You walk into a room and before anyone says a word, you already feel something. The air feels heavy. Someone is smiling, but it does not feel real. Someone is quiet, but the quiet feels loud. You do not have proof. You do not have a clear reason. But deep inside, your body already knows there is a shift. And then the question starts, why do I notice these things so fast? Why can I feel tension before people even speak? For a long time, you may have called it overthinking. Maybe people told you, you are too sensitive. Maybe they said, stop reading into everything, so you tried to ignore it. But ignoring it did not make it go away. Because this is not just imagination. Your brain is reading small signals, a change in voice, a fake laugh, a pause before someone answers, a person looking away too quickly, a smile that does not reach the eyes. Your brain takes all these small pieces and builds a feeling before you can explain it. This is why you might sit in a room and suddenly feel tired. Not because anyone attacked you, but because your nervous system is listening to everything at once. It is like being in a room where many radios are playing softly. Other people may hear one sound, but you hear the words, the silence, the tone, and the mood. And because you hear so much, you may start changing yourself. You speak softer. You avoid certain topics. You check people's faces after you say something. You try to make the room feel safe, even when nobody asked you to. And slowly, this becomes part of your identity. You become the calm one, the careful one, the person who notices. But there is a hidden cost. When you feel the room too quickly, you may forget to feel yourself. You may know everyone else's mood before you know your own. You may spend so much energy reading people that you do not ask, how do I feel right now? This is where the pattern becomes painful, because your gift starts to feel like a weight. But you are not broken. Your brain learned this for a reason. Most people who feel the vibe of a room instantly did not become this way by accident. Maybe the mood around them changed fast when they were young. Maybe anger came without warning. Maybe love felt safe one day and cold the next. Maybe they had to notice little changes to avoid trouble. A slammed door, a quiet dinner table, a parent's face, a teacher's tone. Your brain learned. Small signs matter. So it became very good at catching them. This is called adaptation. It means your brain changed to help you survive your environment. It does not mean you are weak. It means your mind found a way to protect you. The problem is, the brain does not always know when the danger is over. A skill that helped you in one place may follow you into every place. So now, even in a normal room, your brain may still scan for danger. It may still ask, who is upset? What changed? Did I do something wrong? Do I need to fix this? This is why feeling the room can be both powerful and exhausting. The brain is a prediction machine. Its main job is to keep you alive. So every moment, your brain is guessing what might happen next. When you enter a room, your brain collects information very fast. It watches faces, it listens to voices, it checks body language, it compares what it sees with old memories, then it sends you a feeling, safe, unsafe, warm, cold, open, closed, something is wrong. This can happen before you have words for it. One part of your brain, called the amygdala, works like an alarm system. It looks for emotional danger. Another part helps you slow down and think. Another part helps you feel what is happening inside your body. That is why someone else's tension can show up as tightness in your chest or a strange feeling in your stomach. Your brain is not only watching the room, it is letting the room enter your body. Here is the simple way to understand it. Your brain has two channels. One channel listens to words. The other channel listens to signals. Words may say, I am fine, but signals may say, my jaw is tight, my voice is flat, my eyes are tired. When those two channels do not match, sensitive people usually trust the signals first, and often they are right that something has changed. But here is the part most people miss. Feeling the signal does not always mean you know the story. You may feel tension, but you may not know why it is there. Someone may be quiet because they are upset, but they may also be tired, sick, stressed, or thinking about something that has nothing to do with you. This is where sensitive people can suffer. They feel the signal, then their mind creates a story. The room feels cold, so they think, they do not like me. Someone replies slowly, so they think, I did something wrong. A friend looks distant, so they think they are leaving me. The feeling may be real, but the meaning may be wrong. This is the difference that can change everything. Signal is not story. A signal is what you notice. A story is what your mind adds. If you can separate the two, you do not lose your sensitivity. You gain control over it. So when you feel a room shift, do not rush to explain it. Pause and say to yourself, I notice something feels off, but I do not know what it means yet. This small sentence matters. It gives your thinking brain time to join your feeling brain. Instead of letting the alarm system lead everything, you bring in the part of your brain that can slow down, compare, and choose. For example, you walk into work and people are quiet. Your first thought is, they are mad at me, but instead, you say the room feels quiet. That is the signal. The story is not confirmed. That one pause can save you from hours of silent stress. The next thing is to check your own body first. Before you decide what the room means, ask, what state am I in? Are you tired, hungry, already anxious? Did you sleep badly? This matters because your brain reads the world through your body. When your body is stressed, normal things can look dangerous. A quiet person may look angry. A short text may feel like rejection. A normal pause may feel like judgment. So before you trust the vibe completely, check the lens you are looking through. Then, use curiosity instead of control. When you feel tension, you may want to fix it fast. You may joke. You may over-explain. You may become extra nice. You may shrink yourself so nobody gets upset. But this teaches your brain that other people's emotions are your job. They are not. Instead of trying to control the room, ask one calm question. You seem a little quiet today. Everything okay? Then let the answer be enough. You do not have to chase every mood. You do not have to solve every silence. Curiosity gives your brain more information. Control makes your brain more afraid. Now think of every person as carrying weather. Some people bring sunlight. Some bring fog. Some bring storms they do not even understand. You can notice the weather without becoming the sky. This is what a boundary really is. It is not a wall. It is a clear line inside your mind. It says, I can feel this, but I do not have to carry it. For example, your friend is cold today. You can care. You can ask once, but you do not have to twist yourself into a new shape to earn their warmth. Their mood belongs to them first. The last practice is to build an evidence habit. Sensitive brains are fast. But fast does not always mean accurate. So when you feel sure, ask, what evidence do I have? Not to shame yourself, not to deny your feeling, but to protect yourself from false stories. Ask, what else could this mean? Have I checked? Am I reacting to now or to something old? This helps your brain update. It teaches your nervous system that not every strange feeling is a threat. Not every silence is rejection. Not every shift is your responsibility. Over time, this creates a new kind of strength. You still notice the room, but the room no longer controls you. You can feel tension without becoming tense. You can sense sadness without sinking into it. You can notice anger without shrinking. You can feel the vibe without losing yourself. So remember this simple model: signal, story, choice. First, you notice the signal, then your mind creates a story. Then you choose what to do next. That small space between story and choice is where freedom begins. You do not need to believe every feeling immediately. You do not need to fix every mood around you. You do not need to become small just because the room feels heavy. For years, your brain may have protected you by reading every room. Now, slowly, you can teach it something new. You can enter a room and listen. But you can also ask, what is happening inside me? A room can have a mood. People can carry storms. Silence can feel loud. But none of that means you have to disappear. The most peaceful people are not the ones who feel nothing. They are the ones who can feel deeply and still remain grounded. So the next time you walk into a room and feel the vibe instantly, do not call yourself too sensitive. Do not shame the part of you that noticed. Just pause, breathe, ask what is signal and what is story. Then choose from the calmest part of you, because the room may speak first, but it does not get the final word.